Hey, it's Hersh and welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be talking about how to start an art YouTube channel and kind of go through the process, including tips that personally helped me on my journey at the very end. Starting a YouTube channel, or any social media platform I guess, is a great way to promote your art, especially in this day and age when social media is so prevalent in our society. And since I know a lot of you guys are young artists or aspiring artists yourself, I thought why not create a little guide based off of my personal experience of starting an art YouTube channel. So starting off, I'm going to be going through the steps for actually starting an art YouTube channel, and starting off we have branding. So this includes coming up with a name that correlates with what your channel will be about. Obviously, if you are looking to start an art YouTube channel, you can add something at the end like draws or sketchbooks. I know those are pretty popular options. For my own channel, I remember the original name was actually Hershey's World, because I wasn't exactly sure if it was going to be like just art content or if I was also going to do vlogs, because back then I did do some of those. But also at like a couple months later, I think, I did end up changing it to Hershey Draws, because most of my content back then at least was literally just like speed paints and draw with me's and stuff. And then after that, I also changed like the Hershey to Hershey with an I because copyright issues, and I don't want to deal with that. So yeah, you can come up with anything that's personalized. You can add like your name, or you can just do like, I don't know, anything related to what you're going to do. You can even go more specific if you're specifically going to do like one type of art, like if you're going to be a painting channel or a digital art channel or like the marker channel, I guess. I don't know, anything works. Also, I think it's fun to draft ideas for your profile pictures and your channel banner. Especially if you're an artist, you can obviously draw both of these too, and I think that's a great way to like introduce people to your channel, because obviously while most people, like the first thing that they see of your channel is going to be a video, the next thing that they do if they are interested is like clicking on your channel, and the first thing that they're going to see is your channel banner and profile picture. So I think that coming up with one that personalized to you and one that you've drawn yourself kind of shows off your art style, and it allows people to see if they're like interested in what you do. And I don't know, it's also very fun. I have changed my profile picture a lot of times in the past, but here are some examples that I've done throughout the years, and yeah, I'm really happy with mine right now, and I think picking a color scheme also really helps with it. Like before, my color scheme for my channel used to be like mainly pink colors when I had this profile picture, but now it's more blue tones, as you can see. I think another part of branding that's important is to think about an intro and an outro for your channel. An intro doesn't have to be like a whole, I don't know, like video intro, I guess. I did used to have that, but now I'm just doing like, hey, it's Hersh and welcome back to my channel, and that's what I say at the beginning of every one of my videos, so people know that's like me, I guess. And then for my outro, you can do anything, and you can also include like a little outro card where you can lead people to another video of yours, or like a channel subscription box, which I usually have at the very end of my videos, and I also did draw that. The final part of branding that I like to think about is a potential name for your audience. I know not everyone has this, but like a lot of people do. Like for example, I used to call you guys Hershey Kisses a lot, and it's still what I consider my like name for my audience. So you can come up with something cute that kind of correlates with your channel and maybe your name potentially, because my name is Hershey Draws. Next up, you want to think about the content that you're actually going to post. So what type of drawing videos will you make? Is it going to be speed paints, draw with me's, product reviews, painting, sketching, etc.? It can be pretty much anything. For me personally, I think what really helps is to plan out 3 types of videos that you're going to make. The first type of videos you're going to make are personal videos for your own enjoyment. So these are the videos that you personally enjoy making and creating or seeing, and for me, these are my OC videos. I absolutely love drawing my OCs, like talking about them, rambling about them, sharing like little tidbits, and I don't know, these videos are what keep my motivation for the channel going. I think it's really important to know what videos you actually want to do, especially if you're getting burnt out from making a channel. The second type of videos that I recommend you do are filler videos or low effort videos to kind of keep consistency on your channel so the algorithm doesn't hate you, but they don't require a lot of effort to film or edit in case you're busy that week. And also I think it's helpful to film these filler videos in advance so that you can keep in use for later, like old art speed paints. Fun fact, the thing that you're seeing in the background is actually a filler video. I've had this idea to like film a how to start a YouTube channel video for a while now, but I just didn't feel like drawing this week because I just came back from vacation. So this is what you're getting as a filler video, I guess, but we're not going to talk about that. I think the third type of video that you guys should focus on are popular videos. These can be highly requested like videos, or like tutorials I know are pretty like highly accepted, or stuff that performs really well on your channel in general. Obviously, you can't really like plan for these in advance until after you start your channel and like see which videos kind of blow off, but it's good to keep a lookout for what our videos generally perform well. Like on my channel, drawing your OC's videos usually perform pretty well, and so do my OC videos, which is great because that also aligns with my personal interests. So obviously, I do think that you don't have to like plan your content super in advance, but it definitely does help. Sometimes if I'm really busy or if school is coming up, You can definitely plan your content in advance. I usually plan it for the month and just have some ideas in my notebook so I can always reference back to them. The third thing that you want to think about is your process. So I think starting off, you want to research the materials that you'll need, whether that be like tripods, filming devices, editing devices, filming space or setup, I guess. I do definitely recommend filming somewhere with natural lighting or sunlight, I guess, since you don't need to buy lights and it's just way easier to set up and you don't have to maneuver around it when you're drawing. Or that's if you're a traditional artist. For digital art, you can just use the speed paints from like the app that you're using. Also, I don't recommend using fancy equipment when you start. When I started my YouTube channel, I literally just started by using my iPod with no tripod, and that got me to 1,000 subscribers pretty easily. Now I do use my iPhone just because the quality is better, and I also had to get a tripod from my dad, but please don't feel the need to spend a lot of money on getting super fancy equipment when you really don't need it. In terms of editing, I think you guys should do some research on what app you want to use. Some good apps that I know that are also free are VLLO, which is the one that I use, CapCut, which is what I use for my YouTube shorts, and iMovie because it's pretty basic and it's easy to learn. Definitely find some tutorials if you're pretty new to editing. But yeah, I think something that's really important is to find your own editing style and not just copy off of someone else's, because that can lead to a lot of problems. And I know personally, if I see someone copying my editing style, that doesn't exactly make me feel the best about my content. And then also make sure to look into background music, and I recommend using SoundCloud or Thematic because they have some pretty good free stuff. Finally, for thumbnails, figure out what style you want to use, and based off of your style, you can figure out what app to use. For example, I use Procreate for my thumbnails, but it costs $7, so if you don't want to spend money, you can also use Ibis Paint, Canva, or PixArt, and just figure out what thumbnails will usually perform well in your videos, and then go based off of that and make thumbnails similar to those. Number 4, I want to talk a bit about sponsorships. As on our YouTube channel, it is harder to get sponsors than with other type of channels, I guess, since they do have to relate to our content or our niche, I guess, whereas someone who does lifestyle content, for example, or gaming content, have a broader range of sponsors that they can accept. And I think the number one way that you can get sponsors easily and quickly is to have a way for them to reach out to you included in your videos or channel. For example, your channel description and your video descriptions. Also, don't feel pressured into accepting every single sponsor, especially if you've heard bad things about the brand. And don't fall for scams. I don't really know how to help with this one because there aren't any specific steps, because it's common sense based, I guess. But let's say that you're a channel with 20 subscribers and Nike reaches out to you asking for a sponsor. I don't think that's going to be fully legitimate unless your videos get tons and tons of views. And also, Nike doesn't really do sponsorships with YouTube channels, so kind of think about what sponsors you've seen that brand do with others, and if they've done a lot of sponsored content with other creators, especially ones that have similar views and subscriber counts as yours does, then I think that it's probably not a scam. And also, I do recommend replying to all of them even if you don't accept it, because it'll help get your name out in the industry, meaning that other companies will also be more willing to work with you. For some final tips, I do recommend posting consistently. That's the number one thing that helped me grow my channel a lot. And also post shorts to reach a larger audience, especially if your channel has hit a plateau like mine did in February. Don't think about numbers too much. Obviously, you can turn off the sub count if it's super discouraging, and don't focus on making money because it takes away from the fun of a YouTube channel. Anyways, that's all I have for this video. As always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!